The National Night Out Against Crime is a time when law enforcement and citizens come together in a social setting. When we know our neighbors, our neighborhood becomes a community. When the community comes to know law enforcement, the shared task of making our parish safe is enhanced. Though the Night Out Against Crime has a serious purpose, the atmosphere is one of fun and fellowship. Citizen or law enforcement officer, we are human beings first, and we want to relate as human beings. When we know each other as people, we trust each other more when we interact. That trust is the most vital element of law enforcement. The Night Out Against Crime is an opportunity to foster that friendship and trust.
The whole purpose about Night Out is showing a consolidated front, letting people know in your community that you can bond together and actually be effective in making your community safer. But it also shows the bad guys that this is a group, this is a community that actually is working together to make sure that they're patrolling their neighborhood, to watch what's going on, to understand what's normal for a neighborhood, and also being able to share messages.
We have in our Night Out Against Crime event. Well, we've had it probably for the last 6 years, except last year. Last year we didn't have a chairman for the event, so we skipped last year. And being this year was moved to October, the weather was much nicer, so we took advantage of it.
We actually hold a number of social events throughout the year. We try to actually do things to strengthen the community within our subdivision. Bringing everybody together, meeting people, talking, knowing your neighbors, knowing when they come, when they go.
It's a night out against crime, so we're very fortunate that our area is fairly safe, but life gets in the way and people work and you don't get to know your neighbors, so we come out and we get to know everybody. We have name tags and the kids can play in the street and just like the old days.
We have live music for entertainment. We've got some jumps for the kids to play in. We got food and drinks, pizza and hot dogs and chicken, everything you can imagine.
We have Giovanni from American Idol. We have the Hornets, sent out the honeybees. We've got West Jefferson Medical Center, the fire truck. We have West Jefferson Medical Center brought the ambulance, Walgreens, Olive Branch, Restaurant Day for Me, Raising Cane's, Event Rentals donated their stuff to us, Snowballs, Edward Jones. the list goes on and on and on. The participation this year has been phenomenal.
We've really been publicized. We put out some flyers and made it known that we're going to have dancers and singers and free food and all that kind of stuff. And so we're just hopeful that they'll respond to that. And we've made an effort in this community to kind of help bring things up, and the neighbors have really responded to that. So that they're going to come. We believe they will because they know we care about them.
We do a number of things to strengthen within our neighborhood with police patrol, with the neighborhood watch, and a number of other programs to sort of get everybody out and active in our community.
I called up to say that we were going to go ahead and participate in the Night Out Against Crime. I actually had about 4 phone calls. I had 2 officers that dropped off supplies and information, giveaways for the kids, informational brochures, along with Crime Stoppers too.
This is our 3rd year that we put on the Terrytown Night Out Against Crime. We started at about 6 o'clock tonight. We have about 250 people here. We want to support the Sheriff's Office in fighting crime. We decided 3 years ago, the Terrytown Fire Department, that we were going to support a Night Out Against Crime and bring our community together to fight crime in Terrytown.
Here in Louisiana, at the Plantation Estates, Night Out Against Crime. I want to thank everybody for inviting me over here. Got an opportunity to sing them a song, which is incredible. And thank you all. Thank the Louisiana, the Southeast region for supporting me, and you really the United States, America in general, for supporting me on American Idol.
Besides the fun, there is a serious purpose behind the Night Out Against Crime. Not all of our citizens feel safe. Perhaps not everyone knows where to turn and who to call in time of need. The proper office to call is ours. Our citizens need to know that we will answer. The relationship formed during the Night Out Against Crime can carry over into the everyday lives of our citizens who do have concerns.
We're a gated community, so we're pretty insulated from outside crime, but we do have some minor instances, but we get a report from the sheriff's office on calls to our neighborhood. The majority of them are burglar alarm, false alarms.
We are part of Country Club Civic Association. Our area entails Perry Street to the Elmwood Canal, West Esplanade to the lake, about 1,200 families. So we're kind of in a big U-turn here, and we block off the party, and where the kids can come out in the street and everybody can come out and have a good time.
We're really very concerned about the safety of our citizens, particularly our children. We see them growing up and not living a full life, and we want to get the message out that most of all, we here in the church and we live in the community, that we're concerned about our people, we're concerned about that health, that safety. Most of the people we know, but we have some apartments here, and there's a big turnover there. We're hoping to get a good turnout from there so we can connect up with them and get them involved with us and help us to do what we're trying to do.
Well, the Night Out Against Crime, usually we try to encourage all the residents from Barclay to come out, meet each other. Maybe they could meet a neighbor that they haven't met yet, or just to kind of get together with other neighbors just to kind of commingle and learn names and, hey, how you doing, what's going on.
Laws are not enforced just by a deputy wearing the uniform. Laws are the expression of a community's plan for living. Laws are enforced by each community. A community is built one day at a time and one relationship at a time. Through our contact with each other on occasions like the Night Out Against Crime, we build a partnership that can endure. That partnership is what makes our community a safe place because we were all in this together.
We work with them hand in hand with our police details. We have a great relationship with Sheriff Norman, open communication. They send up through Steve Lachute the community news emails to inform our homeowners of things when they do occur so we can be aware and make changes in our daily lives. We do a number of things to strengthen within our neighborhood with police patrol, with the neighborhood watch, and a number of other programs to sort of get everybody out and active in our community.
Crime Stoppers works very closely with the sheriff, and that effort, there has to be confidence to call Crime Stoppers or to report to the sheriff when something happens. And so when you connect up with the community and let them know that we're working together, we're not working against each other, we believe people start to report, and those who are committing crimes will become aware that citizens just not going to sit by quietly, that if they commit a crime, it's going to be known.
They've always encouraged us, and I've tried to, as president, I've tried to pass that on to the residents, that if they see something, even if it's minor, just to call the sheriff's office, just call 911 and have them check it out, rather than taking that chance, even if it's a false alarm. And so the sheriff's office has always encouraged us to do that, and it's just relaying that message to residents. Most of them didn't want to do that because they're on that fence of not knowing if it's a real issue or not, but they've always reassured us, no, call us, let us figure it out, and then we'll go from there.
Well, it's very easy to get involved. If you have a neighborhood group or a neighborhood association, a neighborhood watch, that's the first step in your local community. If you don't, and with that, typically for Night Out Against Crime, you would register your party with the sheriff's office. Certainly Crime Stoppers, what we do is we provide lots of materials and giveaways like cups, pencils, safety booklets to neighborhood parties. So then you would call us after you've registered your party, and we would provide this information. If you're not part of a neighborhood association, if your neighborhood doesn't have quite one organized, go to the local churches. A lot of the churches have functions, or a lot of just different businesses or civic organizations, other associations have functions, and join in. That is the one thing that I've found, that through Night Out Against Crime, it's not a closed community. It's not a closed event. They want everyone to participate. So if you don't have one in your own block, I'm sure a neighboring organization would love to have you.
So we did it last year too, in the heat of August. So we're very glad that they moved the Night Out Against Crime to October. It's a lovely night. I'd like people to know about the Civic Association, to become more civic-minded, not only about crime, but things that are going on in our area. When you know your neighbors, you're more aware of things, more aware of your surroundings.
The Night Out Against Crime has ended for the year 2011, but every night can be a night out against crime. A community is safe when it stands up and says, this is what we want and this is what we will not accept. The people claim the right to be safe by choosing to be safe.
I want to thank everybody for coming out for the 3rd annual Terrytown Night Out Against Crime. And tonight I'd like to introduce the #1 crime fighter in Jefferson Parish, Sheriff Newnorner, my good friend.
Thank you, Chief Adams. Thank you to you and the unit here for putting this on every year for us. We truly appreciate it. On behalf of the men and women of the JPSO, thank you for the opportunity to spend a little time with you this evening. Tonight is truly about a celebration of good people taking care of good people. And when we think back to the 50s, 60s, and 70s about the village really caring for one another, tonight is exactly a celebration about that fact. That we look out for one another, that we care for one another, and we make a difference in our community together. It's us and you against the thugs. And the more that we let them know that we're not going to accept that behavior, and working together, we can make a difference. And going back to what I said before, if you think about it in these terms, if you only accept on your block what you're willing to accept in your home, will be a much better community for it, one block at a time, so that Jefferson Parish can continue to be the safe place to live, work, and raise our family. I truly appreciate the effort by everybody that has come out this evening. It will take this collaboration, working together, to fight crime in the streets of Jefferson Parish each and every day. And once again, on behalf of the men and women of the Sheriff's Office, they truly appreciate your support. They appreciate your dedication, and they appreciate the fact that you care for them as well. So thank you so much, and let's have a good time. Thank you.